Oh lovely, my favorite soap opera is starting, and a girl needs her space while watching her show, so go explore some different dimensions.
TF2's community has made lots of custom maps, and by nature some have become most popular in the community, be it an excellent map layout, awesome visuals, or just being really fun to play in. This game got it all. I have covered 3 of the most famous community maps last time, and here I want to go over 3 more maps and hopefully not succumb to the nostalgia, be brought back to reality of what's going on with the casual servers. It hurts so much. Anyway, let's start this list off with a map that you're all probably most familiar with. Plaza 2 is a trade map that is still being played to this day. It's also the most recognizable trade map as there are Gmod animations made of this map specifically, and everyone has memories of that one sniper who will drown in his own sweat. The map is quite small, so it won't take too long to cover it. It has a pool in the middle, some football goals, there's an open area with F-Zero cars just driving around, and this dark room with sofas there. I personally never really cared for Plaza as it's too basic for my taste, and let's be real here, open sidelines to opposite spawns only cause spawn can be by that same sweaty sniper. But I can see why people like this map. It's pretty good deathmatch map, where if you die you're not far away from the last place you died. And you can pretty safely be friendly in the F-Zero area as all the tryhards will be too busy fighting in the pool area, especially if there are any engineers in the dark room, as it's kind of a distraction for the serious duels. Overall, a pretty nostalgic map, not my favorite to the sweaty snipers, but still a good map. Let's move on to the next map. DM Museum is obviously a museum map that is old yet so gold. It has exhibits like Danish exhibit with massive Lego brick that hurts you, these different helmets and some Danish dishes. And on the other side there are weapons and gear exhibit, with some weapons, a bomb Namikon that kills you if you touch it, some other media references, and even a fucking Batmobile which comes up if you hit some buttons. That is so cool. There are even elevators that function. Now everyone can put some props around the map, but there's so much more cool stuff I want to show. Like this fence that lead up to the museum, the tank in the middle where you need to shoot these pillars while standing in the white part in the right order, and if you'll open up a secret hatch under the tank, revealing a prison. I do remember how engineers built entire nests down here and how it always required at least a demo man and medic pair to get rid of them, like smoking out goblins from the dancing rituals. Then you got a boxing ring which every trade and deathmatch map must have, shooting targets and bottoms that have a chance to kill you. And this is all very cool, but those with admin privileges have a cooler options. There's this club room with functioning slot machine, a pool and a pedestal where you can change music. So for people who have irresponsibly spent money on this game, it's a cool place to experience buyer's remorse together. And then there's the office with the power to control the entire map. You can shut down every place and entrance, make it so that nobody can exit or enter the building. Then you can spawn skeletons, which is pretty cool too. Like with these controls you can have pretty nice events and different state of games, like you could box everyone in the tank exhibit to I don't know, have a friend's tea party while the people in Danish exhibition fight for their lives. Overall, it's a really nice map with some cool gimmicks and secrets. And before we talk about our final map, I want to give a bonus map. It's a map that was originally going to include as a main part but had not so much to say about it, so it fits really nicely as a short bonus. CTF Vikings is a capture the flag map, taking place in 2 giant boats out in the sea. It's pretty nostalgic and offers nicely different options to enter the enemy ship. You can take the planks but risk getting shot as it's the main choke, or launch yourself with the cannon or enter by the back of the ship in the water. There's also this stage with different instrumentals that sadly don't work, so it's more like a decoration. Then for some reason the briefcases to have one sentry built into the map, and they're surrounded by these glass cases which I have no idea how to break. Overall a pretty nice map, but not enough to warrant its own section. I will end this video with another Nintendo map like last time. The map in question is Straight Clocktown, a recreational map based on the game Majora's Mask. Now I've never played MM as has always been more of a PlayStation guy if that wasn't obvious. But I do happen to own the remake of the game, just never really played it. Maybe someday I will get to it. It's pretty lovely recreated as a TF2 map, it has the charming yet ugly graphics of the original N64 game, and it has the entire Clocktown's areas like the grassy northern part and the market. So you can even enter different locations like a shooting minigame and so on. And that's not all, you can even leave the town to go to the overworld, which is so cool. Like sure it's pretty empty and can bit of a slog to travel across on any class that isn't scout, demo or soldier. It's especially slow if you play heavy. But to be fair, when was the last time you saw a heavy main? But still, it's pretty cool. There you can even enter different areas that also have been really nicely recreated, like the snowy mountains. There's even a previously unknown beach area that I discovered while I was making this video, as I am more familiar with the older version of the map. That didn't include all these different biomes and only had the Clocktown, Overworld, Observatory and sewers. Speaking of sewers and Observatory, you can get to the telescope by going to the underground in the town. Then you must face the biggest evil that mankind has ever faced, a balloon, which explodes if you shoot it at once. And some of the objects react to you hitting them, it's really cool. And of course the biggest selling point is the moon. It isn't just placed there to creep the fuck out of you and cause some childhood trauma to come back for those who have played the original game, but it actually moves during the game. But luckily for us, it doesn't crash into the ground and kill everyone, as there's that time rewind thing that puts it back to its original position. I'm not a Zelda fan, but I love this map, as it feels so much with passion towards the Source project, and which is why someone should make a recreation of Paris from Sly 2 or better yet, Metropolis from Ratchet and Clank, as they will probably be really fun to play in or just mess around like recreating that Helga scene in TF2. And that's all the maps I have for today. I do miss the times when I go play servers with these custom maps rotating and actually have real people to play with, but it's nice that these maps are still preserved and remembered fondly to this day. And even after these years, there are still many different map makers that make cool maps to play and talk about for years to come. Anyway, thank you for watching, do leave a like if you want to see more like this in the future, and have a nice day.
Lovely, you survived. Now, let's get back to checking out different dimensions. Oh, you seem to have charged up unstable dimensional energy, most likely caused by traveling between realities without any protection. I have a fix for you. Now that you've been cleaned, let's travel to a different reality, as that moon is starting to creep me out.